guys, it's HJ Reviews here. I have that code from last week, it's still kind of persisting, so if I start choking on the camera and I die or some shit, feel free to dislike, hate, leave troll comments. I would say give me death threats, but I'll be dead anyway, so nah, I'm only kidding, but yeah, I had that cold, so I'm gonna do this video anyways, see how it turns out. So anyways, this chapter had a whole lot of violence and fighting, but I was kind of left out a bit on the whole dialogue aspect of it. Like, yeah, I actually thought it kind of ended too soon, in my opinion. Like, I was reading and then I see Noru pop up at the end. More on that later. But then, you know, it just ends and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Like, I'm getting more. Is this all I get this week? At the beginning of the chapter, you have the most anticipated part of it, the whole confrontation on the roof. I was very disappointed with how it went. I was hoping there would be more dialogue before a fight broke out. However, there is still hope because it's not got very developed yet, and next week any kind of development could happen. But I'm just going to make a general observation on the whole kind of chapter, like, decision that Tsukiyama met. It was actually the direct opposite of what Kaneki made in the original Tokyo Ghoul, whenever Yoshimura sacrificed himself to save everyone at Anteiku, and then Kaneki sort of went back to try and save Yoshimura, and then that made Yoshimura's sacrifice more so in vain. Not entirely in vain because everybody else survived, but a little bit in vain because Kaneki went back to try and rescue him, and then, you know, he got himself captured and killed. Well, not killed, but captured, and kind of his memories rewritten as a result. So Tsukiyama sort of learnt from his mistakes, because he's definitely going with his his instincts here. Like, he's honouring his father's sacrifice, his maid's sacrifice, his servant's sacrifice, everyone's sacrifice, you know. He doesn't want that shit to go to vain. He's gonna fucking, like, save them by saving himself, if you get me. So I just thought that was kind of contrasting opposites. And then also an interesting thing to note is at the end of Tokyo Ghoul, Tsukiyama wanted Kaneki to stay, but Kaneki left regardless. In this chapter, you know, Sasaki wants Tsukiyama to come back, but Tsukiyama's rejecting him. So yeah, that was quite interesting. But anyways, yeah, so a fight broke out, and that wasn't the best way I wished for it to progress, but it's done now anyway. Like, I'm still a bit hopeful that perhaps Tsukiyama might mention something in the fight which gets Sasaki to enter Kaneki mode and then go like berserk or something like that. But mainly what I think is going to happen here is simply that Kane is going to come out and save Tsukiyama from Sasaki, or Eto is going to come to the roof, because you see Noro in that last panel, so I'm guessing Eto's going to join him. And what's their main objective here, you know, Eto and Noro? Is it to save Tsukiyama, or is it to take care of Kaneki, like a major threat to the Ahogiri tree? Like kidnap him or some kind of stuff, like what Yamori did at the end of Tokyo Ghoul, the anime, at the end of the anime. Probably halfway through the original manga though. So yeah, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing it, but be expecting some Eto action perhaps. Then you have Shimaguchi. Now, I actually feel really kind of, this is like one of my complacencies as a reviewer, you know. This is like where I fuck up, because Shimaguchi, I'm just going to be honest, because this is like my review, but I don't have a fucking clue who this guy was. I kind of forgotten who this guy was, so, I mean, seeing his death, like, I kind of remember panels of him being here and there, but I honestly cannot remember for the life of me, you know, what this guy was like his personality and shit. I just remember seeing him a few times, so whenever I see him getting killed and shit, I'm indifferent to it, because I can't really remember how the fuck this guy was. Like, he mustn't have been interesting to me or some shit. A very boring sort of character. Well, I don't want to say that just in case any of you people, you know, loved Shimaguchi and I'm kind of, you know, hating on him just because I'm stupid and shit, but I really just can't remember anything about this guy. So yeah. Although I do know who Heru is, and yeah, seeing her and Matsume fight, that was very beautiful. Can't wait to see that animated. Like, a lot of these fight scenes are going to look amazing animated. Can't wait to see that. She got stabbed, actually. You know, that was fucking, like, I was not expecting that, because is she going to die now? I mean, she is a human, so she should die now, because humans shouldn't be able to survive being stabbed through, like, the heart or chest, upper region. They're not ghouls and shit, so is she going to die now? Or is it going to be, like, revealed in the next kind of chapter? Like, I don't know, I have a kind of a gut feeling, just because she isn't too well developed character, and by the way she kind of came into this whole manga, I thought she was going to be like more of a main kind of persistent character. She is sort of like that kind of psychopathic character archetype, and a lot of people are kind of fans of that psychopathic character, so I think she's very popular and stuff. So I don't honestly think that she would die just like this, so suddenly, so easily. But, you know, it is Tokyo Ghoul, and in Tokyo Ghoul, I've said this before, there's so many fucking characters that they're all going to have to start dying soon, unless this manga's going to, like, last for 20 fucking years or something like that. In which case it would be dragged out and stuff. There's too many characters, and some of them are going to have to die. Or something, because you cannot keep on focusing on so many characters and keeping them in the limelight for so long without, you know, the manga just lasting an extortionate period of time. But regardless, I don't think she's going to die. I think perhaps she's going to survive, maybe reveal some sort of superpower. Like, she's kind of a weird one. I'm just saying she might have something hidden up her sleeve. Like, she's been experimented on, and she's like a CCG experiment or some shit, and she can survive. I'm not guaranteeing that though. I think she's not done yet. She might have a bit of a hope, especially because she is quite a popular character, but at the same time, she might die. You know, like, I don't know what to fucking expect in Tokyo Ghoul. So, yeah, then at the end you have Noru showing up, and he's the kind of guy who nobody knows who the fuck he is. I definitely hope more is kind of shed on him next chapter. There's not really much more I can say about it, because it's Noru, you know, he's kind of quiet. Doesn't really give the reader much to kind of go on, apart from just showing off that sexy mask and sexy face of his. But yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping we get to see some of him next chapter. Perhaps we'll learn who the fuck he is. Probably not though, because it's just a fight scene. But yeah, that's all I have for this one. Have a good week. Come back for the next video, and peace.